From showpieces to showstoppers, the evolution of women's wrestling over the past 3 decades is a true story of breaking barriers. Let me tell you how they did it. A time when women's wrestling was more about glamour than grappling. Female wrestlers were often showcased as valets or eye candy, their matches short and their storylines shallow. The term diva was the label of the day, emphasizing beauty over talent. While the male superstars battled in epic clashes, the women were stuck in the sidelines, fighting for scraps of spotlight. Although some wrestlers like Alundra Blaze and Bull Nakano hinted at what could be a world where women were respected for their skill and athleticism. Yet, the industry wasn't ready to embrace change. The late 90s and early 2000s saw the rise of the bra and panties matches, reducing talented athletes to mere spectacles for cheap pops. Enter Trish Stratus and Lita. Their fierce rivalry and unforgettable matches began to bring in real crowd. In 2004, they made history by main eventing Monday Night Raw, a groundbreaking moment that hinted at what could be the potential of women in wrestling. But even their efforts couldn't completely dismantle the entrenched norms of the Divas era. The early 2010s brought a new wave of talent ready to challenge the status quo. AJ Lee became known for her bold and unapologetic promos on the microphone. She directly addressed issues like the lack of respect for women's wrestling and even called out the Divas division for being superficial and unfairly treated compared to the men's division. Enter Paige, the anti-diva from across the pond. With her gothic style and relentless aggression, she was a stark contrast to everything the Divas division had been. Paige wasn't about glitz and glamour, she was about give divas a chance, exploded on social media, trending worldwide and catching the attention of WWE executives. The women's revolution was born. The company scrapped the term diva, rebranding all female performers as superstars, just like the men. New championships were introduced, and women were finally given the platform to showcase their talents fully. Leading the charge were the 4 horsewomen of NXT: Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Bayley. These women didn't just participate, they dominated. Their matches were must-see events, filled with storytelling, athleticism, and emotion that rivaled and often surpassed their male counterparts. Historic firsts started piling up. The first women's Iron Man match, the first women's Hell in a Cell, the first women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Each milestone wasn't just a win for the performers, but a statement to the world that women's wrestling was not just viable. WrestleMania 35, 2019. For the first time ever, women were the main event of WWE's biggest show of the year. Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, and Charlotte Flair faced off in a winner-takes-all match that was the culmination of years of hard work, both in and out of the ring. There were new stars began to rise. Bianca Belair dazzled with her incredible strength and undeniable charisma. At WrestleMania 37, she and Sasha Banks made history again, becoming the first black women to main event WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley burst onto the scene with a unique style and intensity, quickly capturing championships and proving she belonged among the elite. And with powerhouse talents like Jade Cargill poised to make an impact,